In this lecture, we will code level 1 for our Super Mario video game. We will create a variable named coins and set it equal to a list with 5 none values passed in. Then we will iterate over each of the spots in the list. If the iterator variable I is less than the length of coins, we will set coins at index I equal to turtle.turtle. This just means that we are creating a turtle object for each of the coins. Next, we will define a load game function that takes in two parameters, x and y. Inside of this function, we will use the global keyword on the variables start screen and ground. Then we will call turtle.onScreenClick and pass in a value of none. This will remove the listener that we added to handle the click on the start screen. If we don't do this, anytime the user clicks with the mouse, level 1 will reload because the game will think that the start screen was just clicked. After that, we will call startScreen.hideTurtle. Next, we will call our showSky function. After that, we will set the shape of the ground to ground.gif. Then we will set Mario's shape to idle.gif. After that, we will call Mario.up. Then we will move Mario to the x position -400 and the y position -130. Then we will call RedrawGUI. Next, we will set the shape of the pipe to pipe.gif. After that, we will call pipe.up. Next, we will call pipe.goTo and pass in 380 as the first argument and -120 as the second argument. Next, we will call the layoutCoins function. Finally, we will call the scrollBG function. Then let's jump into the loadStartScreen function. At the bottom of this function, we will call turtle.onScreenClick and pass in loadGame in order to call the loadGame function when the player clicks on the screen. Our next function will be named RedrawGUI and will use the global keyword for the coin amount variable. Inside of this function, we will have a variable Mario head, which we will set to turtle.turtle. We will set the shape for Mario head to our MarioHead.gif image. Then we will call up on the head. Next, we will move the head to an x position of -430 and a y position of 230. After that, we will create a variable named CoinGUI and set it to a new turtle. Then we will set the shape to coin.gif. Next, we will call up on the CoinGUI turtle. Then we will move the CoinGUI turtle to an x position of -300 and a y position of 230. Then we will call up on the lives text turtle and hide the turtle. After that, we will move the turtle to an x position of -370 and a y position of 210. We will set the color of the lives text turtle to black. After that, we will set style to a font of Courier, a size of 20, and a style of bold. Then we will write x3 for the lives text in a font of style and an align value of center. Next, we will lift the coins text turtle up and hide the coins text turtle. Then we will move the coins text to an x position of -220 and a y position of 210. Then we will set the color of the coins text to black. Finally, we will write x concatenated to the coin amount in a font of style and in a line of center. After that, we will define a layoutCoins function. Inside of this function will be a variable x set equal to -200. Then we will iterate over each coin in coins. Inside of the for loop, we will first pick the coin at index I up. Then we will set the shape to coin.gif. We will move the coin to an x position of x and a y position of -160. Finally, we will increment x by 100. After that, we will create a showSky function. Inside of this function, we will use the global keyword on the sky and sky2 variables. We will set the shape of the sky turtle to sky.gif. Then we will lift the sky turtle up. After that, we will call up on the sky2 turtle. Then we will set the shape of the sky2 turtle to sky.gif. Then we will hide the sky2 turtle. After that, we will move sky2 to an x position of 540 and a y position of 0. Finally, we will call sky2.showTurtle. Now let's define a scrollBG function that is responsible for scrolling the background. Inside of this function, we will use the global keyword on the sky, sky2, and sky movement variables. If showSky is not true, we will return from the function. Else, we will increment the value of sky movement by 1. Then we will set the speed of the sky turtle to 1. After that, we will set the speed of sky2 to 1. Next, we will move the sky backward 1 pixel and sky2 backward 1 pixel. Then we will check if the sky's x position is less than -500. Then we will set the speed of sky and sky2 to 100 respectively. Next, we will move the sky to an X position of 0 and a Y position of 0. Then we will move sky 2 to an X position of 540 and a Y position of 0. If Mario's distance from the pipe is less than 30 pixels, meaning that he has jumped inside of the pipe, we will call our load level 2 function. Then we will call turtle.onTimer and pass in scrollBG as the first argument and a value of 50 as the second argument. Be sure to put this line of code outside of the if statement. Then we will create a function named isCollidedWith. It will take in two parameters, a and b. Inside of this function, we will return the absolute value of a's x position minus b's x position, and whether or not that is less than 150. Essentially, to see if an object has been collided with, we are checking if the distance between their x positions is less than 150. Now let's go inside of our right function. We will use the global keyword on pipe and level. Then, underneath where we check the value of isJumping outside of the if statement, we will check if the level is 1 and Mario has collided with the pipe. If so, we will return. Let's run the code. When we click the start screen, notice that level 1 for our game was loaded. We can move to the right to collect the coins, and then click up to jump into the pipe. Awesome work, our game is coming along great so far. In the next lecture, we will program level 2 for our game.